so this is the world map. Just point at the destination and press A to jump into that galaxy. Like I said, the spaceship runs on energy from power stars. Right now, it looks like we got enough to go this far. We're gonna need more power stars. Let's do it for the princess and my crew. Take it away, Captain. Alrighty then, let's go back into the Sky Station Galaxy, or we could go into the Yoshi Galaxy. I made a 7. Okay, let's go into the Sky Station thing. Storming the sky fleet. I can fly! Alright, so as I promised last video, I'm gonna describe my theory on why all the main characters look exactly the same, even though the game is supposed to take place like a century after the events of the first game. Fair warning, this does spoil a little bit of the ending of the first game. At the ending of the first Mario Galaxy game, there was a Luma that appeared in the Gateway Galaxy, I think it was. And for my theory, the Starbit Festival, it doesn't necessarily happen because it's a new century. Um, it happens because the Comet Observatory flies by, and that's what makes the Starbits fly everywhere. So my theory is that Rosalina would have noticed that the Luma went overboard, so she would have gone back to the Mushroom World uh, to go to go get that Luma, which is why there's another Star Festival, because it doesn't necessarily say that it's been a century since the events of the first game. All it says the is that the festival usually happens every century or so. So yeah, these the smaller chain shops or Bow Wow if you want to go for another Let's Play reference because I'm doing Link's Awakening and that's my favorite game ever. But enough about this game. Let's talk about this one, Luma Sacrifice. This is actually a really cool level. I really like it. Really, it's really cool looking. Who says the Wii is underpowered? These bonsai bills, you definitely do not want to touch them. They are not your friends. They are not invited to my birthday party, unless they're bringing cake. In which case, maybe, just maybe, better be German chocolate. Okay, something's alright. Sorry about that. My nunchuck was acting up a little, but okay. But let's go back in here. Um, in here we're this is one of many. This is the first of many side-scrolling segments in the game. The game will periodically switch back and forth between 2D and 3D, much like the more recent Sonic the Hedgehog games, like Sonic Colors, Sonic Unleashed, things like that. So what we have to do is that we have to go to the far right because that's the law of side scrollers. Avoid those um, yellow, the black and yellow circly things. They're electric. There's a few things here we can get that's very missable if you're rushing through this. I would not be getting every single secret. Just keep that in mind. I'm just going to be getting the ones that I think are noteworthy, or things like that. So that one up was noteworthy because it was just right there, and it would only take like 2 seconds to go get it. These areas right here with the Rainbow Mario, I'm also not going to be showing every single one of these because it's going to get really, really repetitive fast. And that's actually a problem I have with most Mario Galaxy 2 Let's Plays, is that they show every single one of these, and it's just like, okay, we get it, it's a Rainbow Mario thing, and he's invincible and stuff. Not saying I don't like other Let's Plays of this game. I think there's a lot of really good ones out there. It's just that I'm gonna try to avoid doing that kind of stuff. And this right here also introduces a new gameplay element. And also those flags right there, those checkpoint flags, if you haven't figured it out already. They were not in the first game, they're completely new to this one. It's actually, if I remember correctly, the first time they appeared in the 3D Mario game. They have appeared in 3D Land and 3D World, if I remember correctly, but this game came out before they did. And also over here, we're going to be introduced to a new enemy. These are the Cosmic Clones. They're going to follow your every move. Think of them, well, they're not exactly like the doppelganger from Tomb Raider Anniversary, but they will follow your every move, so you want to keep moving. This is actually a really cool enemy, and I really, really like it. And get used to seeing them. We're going to be seeing them a lot throughout this game. Also, if you couldn't tell by now, this game has fully orchestrated music, which is amazing. I really like orchestrated music. Um, as long as the music is good, I'm fine with it, but orchestrated music is just amazing. That's a huge reason why Skyward Sword has one of my favorite Zelda soundtracks, just because it's orchestrated. And I'm really crossing my fingers that Zelda U has orchestrated music, because that would just be stupendous. We got a key. That was stupid of me. We got a power star. Yay! Next stop, we are going to be going to the Yoshi Star Galaxy. We can't do anything else with Sky Station, at least for now, so we're going to be heading here. We're gonna be introduced to a couple of new enemies here. Um, the Piranha Plants, the Octoroks, and the Goombas we've already seen. So why do I keep running into enemies? I swear I'm not this bad at games. Alright, there's a new enemy up here we're gonna be seeing in a moment. He is called a Kamek, or Magic Koopa, or whatever he is. I'm actually really confused about that. Are they Magic Koopas, or are they Kameks? Because I've heard it both ways. I think Kamek is like the leader of them, but I don't know, I might be wrong about that. And, oh my god, it's Yoshi! You saved me! I was trying to save my friends, but then I got turned into an egg and trapped. I know, we should team up. Come on, hop on my back. This is actually the first time Yoshi has ever appeared on my Let's Play channel. Even in my even in the video I made for Super Mario Sunshine, where I was doing a shortcut for the Watermelon Festival, even that video didn't have Yoshi. This is the first video that I've ever had Yoshi in it. Not including the gaming gallery for the beta of Mario Sunshine. That doesn't really count because it was just pictures. But yeah, this is the first time he's ever appeared, so I'm going to explain how he works. He has a flutter jump, and his star cursor turns into a red dot of redness. You can, when you're pointing at something, you click the B button, and Yoshi will eat it because he's evil. Not really. I actually really like Yoshi. So Yoshi can eat up to 3 things at a time. So you want to keep that in mind, especially for areas like this where there isn't Rainbow Mario. I'm only going to be showing the Rainbow Mario segments that that have a major change like this, where there isn't Rainbow Mario, where you have to use Yoshi. I can't guarantee that I'll be able to beat them all, because some of them are actually pretty difficult. Now these enemies right there, I don't remember their names, but they will make it so that Yoshi cannot eat anything. Now these bigger objects right here, we actually have to pull back on the thumbstick to fully eat them. And check this out. Yoshi and Mario can fly together, which is really cool. If you're going straight forward from the checkpoint flag, that's where the launch star is. I cannot remember off the top of my head if that's where it's always going to be every time. It might be random, but I might be wrong about that. Now these thorn things, you also have to pull back on them to for Yoshi to eat them. It's also worth mentioning that if you take damage with Yoshi, he will run away like a coward. That's kind of like a trait of Yoshi where when he takes damage, he'll start running away, even if it means he'll fall off a ledge. As you see right there. But in this game, he doesn't try to fall off a ledge. He does in the 2D he does in the side-scrolling games, but not in this one. But that does not mean that he won't disappear. Yoshi will turn back into an egg if you leave him alone long enough. Now this right here is a pretty interesting planet. It's kind of a mixture of 2D and 3D, where you're playing in a 3D environment, but you're playing in a 3D environment, but it's in a more of a 2D space where there's only really one way you can go, but you're in 3D, and it's just kind of awesome. Those spider things, they will bounce around when you hit the first time, so you want to bump into them while they're dangling around on the web after you've hit them, of course. Those blocks over there, as with the spikes and the giant fruit thing, you have to pull back on the thumbstick to get Yoshi to eat them. Or side the lock sticky tongue. Sometimes I want to be like Yoshi, just be green and eat everything. Although I'd also like to be Kirby because Kirby is just awesome. I have no idea what I'm talking about now. Anyway, the power star's up here. We have to stake the nunchuck, the Wii Remote and/or nunchuck twice. We have to use the spin attack. When you're with the Yoshi, Yoshi will take his head around when you're doing the spin attack because, well, you're on Yoshi, so you can't use the spin attack. You got a power star! Spiny, come true! That was probably off beat or tune or whatever the word is. Now, something that I'd like to briefly mention that might be a little bit too technical for some of you is that if Mario is flying around for a little bit longer, the reason why that is because of so that the Wii can have a little bit longer to load an area, because the Wii isn't really capable of loading all these planets like immediately. So if Mario is flying around for a little bit longer, that just means that that the next planet is loading. Now this right here is actually a really great example of this. This right here is an awesome view, so you don't really notice that it's just wasting it's not really wasting your time. It's taking a little bit of time to load the next planet, but you don't really notice because the view is awesome. And that's what I really like about this game, how they were able to mask the loading times of this area. Luma sacrifice! Now you may have noticed that launch star. You can actually go a different direction. It's not really, it doesn't really change too much. All it really does is that it just gives you an additional planet to look around. Um, so, so yeah, this planet, there isn't really much to it. There's a bunch of coins here, and I think there's a few one-ups. I think I saw one a moment ago. But, yeah, there's one right there. So this place is really just more for getting more coins and just doing some more stuff, which is pretty cool, because it gives you a little bit more time to play this awesome game. Oh yeah, those fruits. Every time you eat a fruit, you will gain that, well, every time you eat a fruit, you'll get a little star bit, which is pretty cool. But no matter which launch star you take, you'll always end up in this planet, so it doesn't really matter which way you go. I personally like using this switch right here, so just so I can get the one up. You're gonna need these spiny things to break the glass. And now it is boss time. I said it is boss time. Oh no, it's Phil! The cloud is named Gary, the yellow dude is named Phil. So what you want to do is that you want to have Yoshi eat the Spinies, so that you can throw it at the cloud. He has a few attacks where, as you can see right here, he'll drum on the cloud or Gary, and create some thunderbolts. And he also throws some Spinies. How many he throws depends on which phase of the fight it is. The typical rule of Nintendo games is that there are three phases to a boss fight. The first phase, he'll just throw one. The second phase, he'll throw two. And the final phase, as you guys will see in a moment, he'll throw multiple of them. Like he'll throw two, and then he'll throw a few more. You want to be really careful with this boss fight, because it is really easy to get careless with this one. How long this boss fight takes, it really depends on how careless you are. Like, if you're really focused on this boss fight, you can beat it under a minute. If you're really distracted, or if you have a capture card like I do, then it's gonna cause you a little bit of trouble. But just know, if you can avoid the lightning, which I obviously failed to do, then you're gonna be just fine. The Spinies are not that terrible. At least in the first couple phases. But as you see right here, it really starts to add up. Bye, Phil. Bye, Gary. Bye, Phil's glasses. And with that, we're gonna end this video off here. So, thank you guys for watching this video of Super Mario Galaxy 2. And until next time, later to you. Oh yeah.